So if you're a man and you want to learn how to live life with purpose and power, then this video is for you. A common complaint and a personal flaw that I've dealt with is the issue of a lack of self-awareness. So over the past few years, I've tried to really drill down and understand how to be more self-aware and identify my values. So let's look at 4 quick tips to improve your self-awareness and increase your value as a man. Let's dive in. Tip number 1, put it down on paper. Write it down, bro. What are your values? What are the things that you believe in? And what are the things that really drive you as a man? Putting those things down on paper will help you to easily identify and increase your value as a man so that you can be more self-aware. Here's how that works. If I know and I identify the things that I value, when my behavior does not align with those things that I value, because I'm concrete on knowing what I believe, I'm gonna be able to catch myself in those moments where I'm not living and lining up with who I'm supposed to be as a man. But if I never sit down and identify what those values are, I'll never know and being able to be self-aware when I'm not living and aligning up with those things. Number 2, very huge. Practice learning how to forgive yourself. I know we always talk and we hear about people forgiving others, but one of the common things and the struggles that I've had within my own personal life is really learning how to forgive myself for maybe past mistakes, things that I've done, things that I've thought about, things and ways that I've acted, really learning how to forgive yourself. What that does is that when I begin to pay attention to how I'm acting, how I'm responding, and if I make a mistake and if I do something that doesn't align with my values, I can learn how to be flexible and forgive myself. It'll help me to be more self-aware and increase my value. Number 3 is to be mindful. For me, I always say this: one of the things that every man has to fall in love with in order for them to really live purpose is that morning time. Early in the morning before everyone else wakes up, taking that time to sit in quietness with your own thoughts, with what's going on inside of you, and really evaluating what's going on there. Those times are some of the most powerful times where we get insight, revelation, and understanding on who we are as men. So learning how to be mindful in those moments can really help us to learn how to be more self-aware in our day-to-day operations. And the last thing, learn how to practice self-compassion. Learning how to be compassionate towards yourself. I know that for most of us as men, we're living in a world now where our performance and our ability is really tied to our identity. But it can be further from the truth. Our God-given position as men are to be men that have purpose, that live in power, and that live in the position that God has allowed us to live in. A lot of times it doesn't have to be associated with that performance, so we can learn how to be more compassionate towards ourselves. Learning how to take care of yourself as a man is not a feminine thing. Actually, it's pretty masculine, because here's the way that I look at it. When I can learn how to take care of myself as a man and be compassionate towards myself as a man, it's inevitably going to help me to be a better resource and to show up better for others in my life and to be able to help others in my life because I'm learning how to be kind and good to myself. So those are the 4 things that we can do to increase our self-awareness and to increase our value as men. Listen, if you're a guy out there and you feel stuck and you feel frustrated, and you're just trying to figure out a way how to live your purpose, how to live in your power, and how to live in your God-given position, I'm going to drop a link down below where you can schedule a 15-minute free call where we can identify some of those challenges and just try and help you get back on track. Until next time, this is Nick with Life Recreated. Keep learning, keep healing, and keep growing.